Well, hello there. Welcome back to episode 2 of how to set up your Minecraft server. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up your Minecraft server and just the basics of customizing it. So I'm going to go through how to edit your files and how to basically use commands in-game to customize your Minecraft server to your best possible experience. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so, as you can see right here, I have my Multicraft server manager as I had in the last episode. This is the page that we got to. If you're not here, then go watch the other episode. It should show you how to get there. And then as you can see over here, I'm in my Minecraft world. This is the world that's on here right now. And so I just have a window playing this Minecraft world. And so here's what we're going to start with. So what I would recommend is, this thing works with every single, or almost every single control panel, is downloading a program called FileZilla. Here we go. I have it downloaded already. You'll need to download it. It'll look like this. And this program is going to be essential towards helping you edit your server files. Otherwise, the way you would have to do it is very complicated and kind of annoying to do. So I would recommend this. So here's what you do to set it up. So I'm going to take this server, go to Files, and then FTP File Access. And then on FileZilla, I'm going to click this Server Hosting button right here, and it'll bring up a window that says Site Manager. Click on My Sites, and then click on New Site. And it'll give you that. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name mine UHC. And then as you can see right here, it says bmc7.vahosting.com or .net. Put that into the host. And then I copy my FTP username. Put that into the user. And then I'm just going to enter the password that I used to sign into this control panel. And everything else here you can leave like normal, except for if you want to change the background color, you can. It doesn't really matter. I'll leave it at none. Then just press connect. And there we go. As you can see, the server files are right here. You don't have a server file called Server.properties. That's for a different part of the server. But as you can see right here, you should have server vanilla, temp, and trash_bin. So I'm just going to double click server vanilla. Oh, my dog's barking. So I'm just going to double click server vanilla. And as you can see, it'll open up these files right here, logs and world. And logs we don't really need, that's just logs, that's for debugging your server. But world, this is the basic world that I'm in. So as you can see, if I go to my Minecraft, so let me move FileZilla over a little bit. As you can see, I'm in a world right now. This is the world that I'm currently in right here. As you can see, server vanilla, world. This is the world I'm currently in. Now, in order to configure the server, we're not actually going to need to edit the world files. We're going to just need to go to the main folder right here, server_vanilla. And as you can see, it has banned IPs, banned players, ops, whitelist, EULA, textcat, user cache, server.properties, and the .jar file from Minecraft. So I'm going to explain what every single one of these does, and I'm going to show you how you can configure them towards getting the best Minecraft server. So let's get into it. The first two are banned IPs and banned players. This is just if you do /ban and then a username in your game. And actually, let me really quickly opt myself. By the way, to opt yourself, you go to your Multicraft server manager, go to the main page, and then you should see somewhere where it says console. Click that. And then you can type in the console OP and then your username. And then you can opt yourself just like that. So now I'm opt in the game. And so as you can see, if I were to do /ban Nomadical, I would ban myself. And then if I go to FileZilla, click reload up here, refresh. In the banned players.json right here, I now have my name because I've been banned forever. The reason it has a time limit or a time on there and that says forever is because there's also the option to /temp ban somebody, which means you temporarily ban them. That's different than normal ban, but that would be stored in the same place just with a time limit. So if I want to unban myself, I just go to the server console and type pardon and then my username and then press enter. And there we go. I've been pardoned and I've been unbanned. Now I can rejoin my server if I go here and click join. There I go. Now this is just a .text file and it's not used. You shouldn't need to use it now, but if you ever choose to host your own Minecraft server on your own computer, Then the EULA will just have to be set to true, because this is just agreeing to Minecraft's, basically, terms and conditions. Their EULA. You won't need to mess with this. If you set it to false, it'll stop you from using your Minecraft server, so don't do that. This is if you go into your Minecraft server and you type /white lists on, it'll turn on the whitelist. And now you can add people to your whitelist. So /white list add Nomadical. And now I've been added to the whitelist and I can join the server. So if I wasn't on the whitelist and I left the game and then rejoined, it wouldn't let me rejoin because I'm not on the whitelist. But now, since I just added myself, if you can see when I reload the server, whitelist.json does now have a bigger file size. And when I click view/edit, as you can see right here, it has my name and my UUID. This is not something that you'll need to mess with. All this does is keep a cache of every user that's ever joined your server. So I've had a couple of users join really quick. And don't be fooled, .properties can be opened just like a text file. I'm just going to click view/edit. And here we go, the Minecraft server properties. As you can see, it's got a slew of different settings. And I'm going to go through most of these in a quick manner and just show you what they do. So as you can see, the first one right here is spawn protection. So as you notice in your Minecraft world, and let me just move this out of the way. In your Minecraft world, there's a spawn point. If I were to /kill myself, then I respawn right here. And so, as you can see, it says spawn protection 16. This is also known as spawn radius. So basically, it means that from wherever the spawn point is in your world, players can spawn, as you can see right here, within 16 blocks of where that spawn point is. So it's randomized within 16 blocks. And also, within those 16 blocks, the players are protected. So they can't break blocks, they can kill each other, but there is a protection timer where there's a set time for when they are invincible until they can be killed. So that's what spawn protection is. If I were to set this to 0, and actually I can't redo it yet, but as you can see, if I set it to 0, FileZilla pops up with this, which I'm going to just press yes, because that means it's going to re-upload the file to the server. But now if I were to restart the server, since I set spawn protection to 0, I would just spawn exactly where the spawn is, and I wouldn't have any spawn protection. I'm just going to set that back to the normal, which is 16. There we go. Here we have allow nether, which if you want to have a nether portal in your world, as you can see, I have one right just over this way. If you want to allow nether portals in your world, then you can set this to true, otherwise set it to false, and people won't be able to use nether portals or go to the nether. Force game mode, pretty simple. Basically, it means that when you spawn in, whatever the default game mode is, so in this world the default game mode is survival, it'll set the player to survival. And even if they were in creative when they left the game. So that's what force game mode is. Basically, if you want everybody to be in survival, and the default game mode is survival, just set force game mode to false. Or sorry, to true. And then whenever that person rejoins, they'll be in survival. As you can see, game mode equals 0. This is actually the default game mode. So actually I lied earlier, the default game mode isn't survival. According to this, it's creative. Game mode 0 is creative, game mode 1 is survival, I believe. And there's 2 and 3, which are adventure and spectator mode. So this is where you can basically change the default game mode that our players are set to when they join, especially if their force game mode is set to true. This basically just means that if a player is just sitting here, if I'm just AFK, then after a while, I'll get disconnected from the server. As you can see, it's set to 0, so that means I'll never get disconnected, but you can set that to a certain amount, and that's when the player will get disconnected. As you can see here, we have difficulty. 1 is easy, 2 is medium, and 3 is hard. Pretty simple. 0 is peaceful. Spawn monsters. This is currently set to true. If you set it to false, as per the name, monsters would no longer spawn. Next, we have announce player achievements. You probably have seen those annoying achievement messages in the chats, you know. Player broke a tree, player went into their inventory, that message. Well, this announce player achievements category, which is currently set to true, if you set it to false, this will no longer appear in the chat. And some people, they may really like that, so. PvP, as per the name, if you set this to false, players can't hit each other, pretty simple. Hardcore, You probably know what that is. You probably heard of hardcore mode. Just means that you can't regenerate your health. Currently set to false. That's fine. Enable command block. Currently set to false. If you want to use command blocks in your world, you can set it to true. Otherwise, as you can see here, if I try to give myself a command block and then try to use it, it's going to say command blocks are not enabled on the server, and it's not going to let me put anything in. That's just what that is. If you set it to true, then command blocks will be enabled, and it will no longer have that message. Next is max players. Max players equals 20, as you can see right there. That's just the maximum amount of players that you can join. Most server panels have it on the main server panel page. So if you go here to this main server panel page, as you can see, it says 20 right there. If they have it here, then changing here won't do anything. Then changing it in here. So you have to change it here if you want to change it at all. But basically, the player slots right there is what shows up right there, 0 out of 20. That's currently set to 20 on here. Max world size. As you know, the Minecraft world has a limit. In some, this creates the far lands. In some, this creates, various glitches. But in this, it basically just puts a world border, which you can't cross. And currently, the world max world size is set to this very large number right here. But you can change this, make the Minecraft world even bigger. And that's your choice. You can also make it even smaller. You just have to change this max world size variable right here. As you can see, if I copy that number, then I do /TP that number, it's going to teleport me all the way out, and here's the world border. Currently stuck behind it. Huh. That could be a problem. Spawn NPCs. This will just determine whether villagers are spawned in your world. Allow flights. This basically just means that if somebody is suspected of hacking, is suspected of hack flying, then it'll ban them in the world for flying. If you set it to true, it won't kick people for flying in survival. Level name equals world. Again, that's something that's right here, world. And that's just the default level. That's something that you won't need to mess with right now, but as you can see, level name equals world. That's set to that because in FileZilla, if we go here, it says world right there. Level name equals world. That basically just means that it's looking at this world right here. Pretty simple. If we look here, view distance equals 5. That's how far away it loads chunks from the player. So as you can see, my render distance is currently set to 24, but the view distance here is 5. That means I can only see 5 chunks ahead of me, and there's just an open space there. Again, if you can set this higher if you want to, it makes the gameplay better, but it uses a lot more RAM. If you're just using a 1GB server, don't use the view distance higher than 5, or higher than the default. Spawn animals equals true. That's pretty simple to its name, spawn animals. That's like if you don't want to spawn sheep, pigs, chickens, all that stuff. Whitelist, as you can see, I did /whitelist on, but if I did whitelist off, then that would go on here and set white-list to false, just like that. That's the same thing. Generate structures equals true currently. This would just determine whether it generates, whether it randomly generates some, structures that you would see, so like villages or Ravager outposts or thing like that. Online mode equals true. There's controversy about this, but online mode allows players who have cracked Minecraft accounts to join your server. So basically, if somebody has a Minecraft account that they didn't pay for, that they got for free, then you can join a server with online mode set to false. The problem is, if somebody were to make a false Minecraft account with your name, so say somebody were to make a false Minecraft account with the name Nomadical, and since I'm opt, when they joined, they would also be opt, because it basically just goes off of their name. So, this isn't very secure, and it's really easy to, get into and, take over the server. But if you want players with cracked accounts to join, you can do that. Not recommended, though, because that is technically cheating Minecraft, and a lot of people frown on it, so I wouldn't recommend it. Keep online mode to true. Plus, if you're running a server, you probably should have a Minecraft account that you paid for. And also, if you're setting up a bungee cord server, which I'll get into explaining later in another episode, then you'll want to set this to false for all the servers that aren't the main bungee cord server. And I'll talk about that more later. Max build height equals 256. So, as you probably know, you can only build up to 256 blocks up. It'll take me a while to get up there, so I'm not going to go all the way. But if you could look up and just fly up, you could only go up to 256 blocks up in the air. can change that right here. I know, it's such a controversy because most people know that that build height is always 256. Now, sometimes this max build height setting doesn't work, and yeah, that's true. But, you know, that's just Minecraft trying to be Minecraft. It really wants to have that 256 block limit. But sometimes it does work and you can build over 256 blocks. Level seed, that's the same thing as if you were to go into Minecraft, go to single player and create new world. And then go to mobile world options and put a seed in here. Something there. I can take that and just copy and put it here. That's just what that is. To make this level seed come into effect, you'll have to stop your server and then go to FileZilla and go to where it says world right here and right click and delete that. Then it would regenerate the world with that seed that you entered in here. Now, an important one, MOTD. This one is something you really want to change, something you really want to change to keep your Minecraft server customized. So I'm going to go to the multiplayer section. As you can see, it says hello, and then it says a Minecraft server. So that's what it says right here, a Minecraft server. Now what if you wanted to change that? You can change it to whatever you want. So you can say, my favorites UHC server. And say I wanted to add a color code. I'll do one right now, so I can just do the N sign, and then whatever color code you want. So I'm going to do N3. There we go. So finally, enable Archon, which is currently set to false. This is a little cool thing you can set up. It basically allows you to control your Minecraft server without being on the device where the Minecraft server is hosted or having a direct connection to that device. It'd be a replacement for the console, basically just a remote console that you can use anywhere. Which, it seems easier just to use this Multicraft Server Manager panel, but if you want to set that up, you can. But you shouldn't really be starting with that if you're just creating a basic Minecraft server. But hey, we did it! That's every single thing in this Minecraft Server Properties file. And feel free to change anything here as much as you want, but once you're done, remember, Control S, save it. And then in FileZilla, a pop-up will pop up that says a file previously opened has been changed, because I saved this. You can check this if you want to, which basically means that it'll delete the local file. It'll delete this file off of my computer once I'm done editing, but I'm just going to press yes. That'll re-upload the file to here. As you can see, it changed because I changed this right here. And then once I'm done editing my server.properties, I'm going to have to go to my server control panel and just click restart. And that'll only take a second. As you can see, it's already starting to restart. And there we go, it's up. So now, if I refresh this page, I did the color code wrong. But anyways, as you can see right here, it says my favorite UHC server. That's how the entire thing works. That's the entire server.properties. In normal, in the game, as long as you're off, it's just normal Minecraft commands. I'm sure there's plenty of guides on those, but the basic ones you should need is /op, and then your username. And that'll just let you, be off. It won't work if you're not off, so I don't even know why I did that. Of course, there's /game mode creative. But that's how your Minecraft server works, and that's all you should really need. So I hope you liked this tutorial, and I hope it helped you set up your Minecraft server a little bit better. And I have one last thing to explain to you before I go. And that's how to set a server icon. So if you notice here, it just says, hello with this default picture right here. I want something that looks like this. Look at all these servers and their fancy icons. So here's what you're going to do. I'm just going to get a server icon really quick. I'm just going to use the server icon from this server right here that I have. Let me just download it really quick. But as you can see, if I go to my server.vanilla and I open this, so as you can see, I have the icon right here. It says Nomadical UHC, and the icon currently, if I open it in Paint 3D, as you can see, if I go to the canvas size, it's 64 by 64 pixels. So keep in mind that it does have to be a perfect square, and it does have to be 64 by 64 pixels, exactly. And it does have to be named as server-icon.png. Then all you're going to do is go to your server-vanilla, delete your old server icon, then just take this one and upload it like that. As you can see, it'll be right there, server-icon.png, and it's going to have this image on it. And then I'm just going to restart my server. There we go. Now if you go over here and press refresh, I've got the logo. And that's how you set up your first Minecraft server with the server.properties file. And next, all you can really do from now on is plugins. So in the next episode, I'll be talking about plugins and how to make your Minecraft server even better using various plugins, and basically how to set up automations and other things just to make your Minecraft experience even better. But for now, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the like button, and I will see you in the next one.